Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the Wiiwu M6. This is a no-frills, ultra-basic MP3 player that plays your music, and that's it. There's no screen, so you aren't able to watch videos, look at photos, or really do anything else at all. There is a removable clip, which allows you to wear on your shirt onto a backpack for easier transportation. So it's kind of a throwback to the days of the iPod Shuffle. However, a lot has changed in the past 10 years, and if you think about it, once upon a time, having a screen on an MP4 player was one of the coolest things in the world, being able to carry around movies in the palm of your hands. But since then, smartphones have become ubiquitous, and all of our phones have much larger and sharper displays than many of the MP4 players on the market. So it almost makes sense to go back to something like this, because if you're picking one up, all you really want is to listen to music. The reason why we have three is because the M6 comes in three colors. It comes in red, white, and black, and they sell for under $20 a pop. As a bit of a refresher, the company Wiiwu is based in Germany, so even though they're manufactured in China, the design is slightly more elegant than the majority of other low-cost players. Packaging is very simple. We just have a quick user manual telling you how to set it up, micro USB cable for charging. It takes about an hour and a half to completely charge, and afterwards it'll get you upwards of 30 to 40 hours of continuous audio playback. There's also a bundled 16GB micro SD card with this particular variant, because the players themselves don't have any built-in memory, so they need to be supplemented with either the bundled micro SD card, or you can expand it with one of your own up to 64GB. What you will notice is that there aren't any bundled earphones or headphones in the box. Not a huge deal, considering most of the boxed or free earphones that you get from these low-cost players tend to not be the best quality anyways, but just something to quickly note. Taking a look at the design of the M6 first, the entire unit is coated in a layer of soft touch rubber, at least in the red and the black editions. The white one, though, is made out of a glossy plastic material that is more reflective and looks a little sleeker, but it also isn't as easy to grip. The controls are very simple and straightforward. We have access to just a center key that acts as a play-pause control. There's also skip tracks and then volume. That's pretty much it. You can also long hold on these arrow keys to fast forward through a track. Now on the very top, there's access to a dedicated power switch. There's also the 3.5mm headphone jack. It does not have built-in Bluetooth, again as a very budget, no-frills model. There's also a micro USB port for charging and the micro SD card slot, and that's it. The clip, as you can see here, is made out of the same material as the rest of the player, and it can be also detached if you don't want it to get in the way. Now, despite being very simple, don't be fooled. In 2018, this MP3 player already supports a number of high-res audio and lossless audio formats, just like the majority of newer players today. In fact, I'll now put on a quick screenshot of all the formats that it supports. So as you can see, it has no problems when it comes to playing back FLAC, for instance, which was once a format reserved only for audiophile grade, very expensive players, but now you can do that on here. So plug in some really solid earphones and you'll be able to listen to very detailed and precise music despite the low price tag. Alright, so as a quick size comparison, now I was able to find another MP3 player from a few years ago that has a very similar shape. This is from a Japanese company called Yes, and back then it sold for about $100, so you can tell how much the price has come down since then. Also has this very cute disc-like shape, which actually makes a lot of sense because it tries to play homage to the design of an original vinyl record, which is in the same kind of round shape, and also CDs, which came later. And as a last size comparison, here it is next to the aforementioned Wiiwu B4 with an actual display. So you can tell that next to a standard MP4 player, it does seem a little bit smaller, making it easier for transportation. Moving to audio quality and performance, it comes as no surprise that these sound very good, just because, like the other Wiiwu players we've checked out, it supports lossless audio formats. So again, loading up with some FLAC songs and then connecting some high-res certified headphones on here, and you're able to listen to music with good amount of fidelity, detail, volume, and resolution. Now this is recognized as just a plug-and-play device, so you don't need any drivers. Simply connect the USB ports onto a computer, whether Mac or PC, and you can view it back just like a thumb drive or a USB stick. And from there, you're able to load songs by just dragging them onto the device's built-in memory. Also in there, you can create some folders, which helps you with the kind of organization and structure of the music you're listening to. Because otherwise, again, the only downside is if you are loading up libraries of songs, especially if you have a lot of music, then on something like this where you have to scroll through one by one, it can be a little bit tedious. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on review of the Wiiwu M6. It's a stylish and very straightforward MP3 player that gets rid of the need for anything complicated that you don't really need. So you can check out more details about the M6 in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the Wewoo M6